Have you ever witnessed the downfall of someone who seemed absolutely untouchable? Someone whose name was once synonymous with success and power, now surrounded by scandal and uncertainty? Well, today we're diving deep into one of the most shocking controversies in recent memory, the unraveling of Sean Diddy Combs, a man who once ruled the music world, now embroiled in accusations so serious that they could bring his entire empire crashing down. But wait, it gets even more unbelievable. This isn't just a story about fame, money, or music. It's about power, secrecy, and the shocking ties to some of the most high-profile figures in the world. Yes, you heard that right. Diddy's ongoing saga has dragged none other than Prince Harry into the spotlight, leaving the public stunned. This isn't just another celebrity scandal, this is a story that connects Hollywood glamour, royal drama, and legal turmoil. And the deeper you look, the murkier it gets. So buckle up and stay till the very end, because trust me, you don't want to miss how this unfolds. From wild parties to secret alliances, we'll uncover it all. Let's dive into the rabbit hole together. Sean Diddy Combs, a name that once represented the pinnacle of success in the entertainment industry, now finds himself on the edge of a dangerous precipice. His journey from being the mastermind behind countless chart-topping hits to becoming one of the biggest moguls in hip-hop is legendary. Yet, as the saying goes, the higher you rise, the harder you fall, and fall he did right into a storm of legal battles and public accusations that threatened to tarnish everything he's built. Diddy's recent arrest in Manhattan has sent shockwaves across the world, not just because of his reputation, but because of the dark and twisted allegations that have followed. What started as whispers of legal trouble has now turned into a full-blown media frenzy, with accusations ranging from sexual misconduct to human trafficking. These charges have dragged in several other celebrities and high-profile figures, including Prince Harry, leading to a flood of speculation and conspiracy theories. The connection to the British royal family adds an extra layer of intrigue to an already convoluted story. Footage has recently emerged showing Diddy and Prince Harry in the same circles, sparking rumors that something far more complex may be at play. But how did Diddy, a music icon, find himself intertwined with royalty? And what's the real story behind the scenes? In this first part, we'll break down the timeline of Diddy's fall from grace, exploring how his impeccable image crumbled under the weight of these shocking allegations. From his early days of stardom to the latest developments in his legal battles, the unraveling of Diddy's life is a spectacle that the world can't seem to turn away from. Could this be the end of his reign in the entertainment industry? Or is there still more to this story than meets the eye? Stay tuned, because things are about to get even more complex as we dig deeper into Diddy's alleged ties to some of the most influential people in the world. The scandal surrounding Sean Diddy Combs took an unexpected turn when revelations emerged, hinting at connections between the music mogul and none other than British royalty, specifically Prince Harry. But what could possibly link these two figures from such vastly different worlds? That's the question on everyone's mind, and the answer is as shocking as the allegations themselves. The story dates back to when Diddy was at the height of his fame, and the British princes Harry and William were often spotted in the public eye. Diddy, known for his larger-than-life parties and connections with A-list celebrities, had reportedly crossed paths with the royal brothers at various events. In fact, photos from a 2007 concert in honor of Princess Diana show Diddy casually shaking hands with Prince William, while Prince Harry shared a laugh with the rapper and Kanye West. While these interactions seemed innocent at the time, recent allegations have cast a dark shadow over what was once seen as mere friendly exchanges. During an interview with British talk show host Graham Norton, Diddy jokingly mentioned that he'd invited the two princes to one of his infamous parties, a statement that was met with laughter at the time. But in light of Diddy's current legal troubles, this past remark now holds unsettling undertones. What once seemed like lighthearted banter is being re-examined under a new, more sinister lens. As Diddy faces accusations of sex trafficking and coercion, questions have begun to surface about just how deep his connections to the royal family might go. Some speculate that these ties could have been leveraged to draw more high-profile individuals into Diddy's notorious social gatherings. Although there's no concrete evidence that Prince Harry or Prince William were ever involved in any wrongdoing, the resurfacing of these past interactions has certainly raised eyebrows. Public reaction to these revelations has been intense, with many wondering if the princes were simply caught up in Diddy's chaotic world by coincidence, or if there's something more to the story. Speculation has run wild, fueling conspiracy theories that link the royal family to Diddy's controversial lifestyle. But is it possible that these princes, who have long been symbols of British royalty, are somehow entangled in this unfolding drama? And if so, what does that mean for the image of the royal family? As more details come to light, the world watches closely, eager for answers to these burning questions. What's clear is that Diddy's once glamorous image has been severely tainted by the legal allegations against him, and the ripple effect has now reached some of the most prestigious figures in the world. How this will affect the future of both Diddy and the royal family remains to be seen, but one thing's for certain, this is a scandal that won't be forgotten anytime soon. As more shocking details about Sean Diddy Combs continue to surface, it's becoming clear that this story goes far beyond a few bad decisions. The legal troubles surrounding Diddy have exposed a dark side to his seemingly glamorous life, and the accusations are as disturbing as they are extensive. It's not just one or two claims, but a growing list of allegations that range from sexual misconduct to even more sinister charges like human trafficking. Diddy's troubles escalated when multiple individuals, both high-profile celebrities and less well-known figures, came forward to accuse him of abusive behavior. These allegations paint a horrifying picture of Diddy's secret life, far removed from the public persona he has cultivated for decades. The charges claim that Diddy orchestrated elaborate and disturbing parties where women were reportedly coerced into sexual acts after being drugged, parties that have now earned the infamous nickname freak-offs. One of the key factors in the case against Diddy is the resurfacing of a 2011 interview where the rapper talked casually about his interactions with Prince Harry and Prince William. While the interview was initially dismissed as nothing more than playful banter, in today's context, it has taken on a much more sinister meaning. Diddy had previously joked about inviting the two young princes to his notorious parties, and while there is no evidence that either prince attended, the association alone has raised serious concerns about the nature of Diddy's gatherings. The implications are enormous. Diddy, once considered a larger-than-life figure in music, is now under intense scrutiny as these allegations threaten to destroy his legacy. His legal team has tried to downplay the accusations, but the sheer number of people stepping forward makes it impossible to ignore. The US government is now heavily involved, with federal investigations underway and disturbing evidence being presented that paints a grim picture of Diddy's private life. His properties in Miami and Los Angeles have been raided by Homeland Security as part of the ongoing investigation. In one particular raid, authorities tracked his private jet to Antigua, fueling further speculation about possible attempts to evade justice or hide incriminating evidence. Video footage of Diddy pacing nervously at Miami airport as the raids took place only added to the mounting public suspicion. Despite Diddy's claims of innocence, the damage to his public image has already been done. Even if he manages to clear his name legally, his reputation may never fully recover. The media and public have begun reevaluating everything from his business dealings to his past relationships with high-profile figures like Jennifer Lopez, Justin Bieber, and now Prince Harry. But how deep does this go? What other secrets lie beneath the surface, waiting to be uncovered? As the legal battle unfolds, we can expect more revelations that could further tarnish not only Diddy's name but potentially the names of those around him. The ripple effect of Diddy's legal woes is being felt far and wide, and the case is far from over. With federal charges stacking up and more alleged victims coming forward, the once celebrated music mogul now faces what could be the most challenging fight of his life, a fight not just to clear his name, but to hold on to what remains of his empire. As the legal battle intensifies, it's not just Diddy who finds himself under the microscope. The scandal has sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry, pulling in other big names that have been linked to the music mogul over the years. Celebrities once seen as untouchable are now scrambling to distance themselves from Diddy, fearful of being caught up in the whirlwind of controversy that continues to swirl around him. One of the most surprising figures to be mentioned in connection with Diddy is Justin Bieber. While Bieber hasn't been directly implicated in any wrongdoing, his past association with Diddy has raised eyebrows. Old footage of a young Bieber hanging out with Diddy, during which Diddy promised to show the teen crazy things, has resurfaced online, sparking a wave of speculation. Fans and critics alike are left wondering just how close Bieber was to Diddy's inner circle and whether he was exposed to the darker aspects of Diddy's lifestyle during those years. And it doesn't stop there. Jennifer Lopez, another of Diddy's former romantic partners, has also been dragged into the conversation. The two dated in the late 1990s, a time when Diddy was already facing legal troubles, including a nightclub shooting in New York that briefly landed him in jail. While Lopez has remained silent about her past with Diddy since their split, the resurfacing of their relationship during this scandal has led many to speculate about what she may have known during their time together. The implications of Diddy's fall from grace are far-reaching, affecting not just his former romantic partners and friends, but also his business relationships. Brands that once proudly collaborated with Diddy are now distancing themselves as quickly as possible. His partnerships with major liquor companies and clothing brands, including his own Sean John label, have come under scrutiny, with some cutting ties entirely. This has led to a massive financial fallout, with Diddy reportedly losing millions in endorsements and business deals. But perhaps the most high-profile name to be indirectly entangled in this web of controversy is Prince Harry. As the scandal deepens, more and more questions are being raised about the extent of his connection to Diddy. While there is no suggestion that the prince was involved in any criminal activity, his association with Diddy, particularly during a time when Diddy is accused of hosting notorious gatherings, has raised concerns. So, why is this link between Diddy and Prince Harry so significant? For one, it's a matter of public perception. As someone who has struggled to maintain a positive image in the public eye, especially after stepping away from his royal duties, Prince Harry cannot afford to be linked to anything that might damage his reputation further. Even the faintest suggestion that he may have attended one of Diddy's controversial parties, or that he was associated with Diddy during the period of these alleged crimes, could have serious consequences for his already fragile public standing. As more celebrities are pulled into the story, the question becomes how many more will be dragged into the scandal. The entertainment world is rife with rumors and whispers, and it seems like every day brings a new name into the mix. What started as a legal battle against one man has now become a much larger conversation about fame, power, and the consequences of unchecked celebrity behavior. For Diddy, the walls are closing in, and for those who were once close to him, the race to distance themselves from his legacy has begun in earnest. But the bigger question remains how many of them knew about Diddy's alleged actions, and how far does this scandal truly reach? As the controversy deepens, Sean Diddy Combs finds himself trapped in a legal nightmare, one that could potentially end his career for good. Despite the severity of the allegations, Diddy has consistently denied any wrongdoing. His legal team, composed of some of the most high-powered attorneys in the industry, has mounted an aggressive defense, claiming that the accusations are nothing more than an elaborate attempt to extort him. But, with more victims stepping forward and mounting evidence coming to light, Diddy's claims of innocence are becoming harder to sustain. One of the most troubling aspects of the case is the nature of the allegations. Diddy is facing accusations of running a criminal enterprise that allegedly exploited women for years, coercing them into non-consensual acts at his infamous freak-off parties. The accusations describe an environment where attendees, many of them young women, were reportedly drugged and pressured into inappropriate situations. Some of the allegations even suggest that high-profile figures were used to lure people into these events, adding further layers of complexity to the case. The federal investigation into Diddy's actions has uncovered a disturbing amount of evidence. According to reports, numerous witnesses have come forward with damning testimony about what took place behind the closed doors of Diddy's lavish parties. These statements have provided a chilling account of how Diddy allegedly used his power, wealth, and influence to control and manipulate people in his orbit. Investigators have also seized documents, video footage, and other materials from Diddy's properties in Miami and Los Angeles, which are believed to be central to the prosecution's case. Diddy's defense team has fired back, arguing that the gatherings were entirely consensual and that the accusations have been fabricated or exaggerated. His lawyers claim that many of the plaintiffs are motivated by financial gain, seeking settlements in exchange for dropping their lawsuits. Despite these claims, the growing list of plaintiffs and the severity of their accusations has made it nearly impossible for the defense to dismiss the case entirely. One particularly alarming piece of evidence that has surfaced involves a former associate of Diddy's who claims that he witnessed coercion firsthand at several of these events. The associate has provided investigators with detailed descriptions of how Diddy allegedly used his connection with high-profile figures, including Prince Harry, to attract young women to these gatherings. Although there is no concrete evidence linking Prince Harry to any illegal activity, his name being mentioned in connection with such a scandal has already caused ripples across the media. The court has also been presented with financial records, which prosecutors argue show a pattern of extravagant spending linked to the alleged misconduct. These include payments to individuals who are now accusing Diddy of abuse, leading some to question whether these funds were used to silence potential witnesses. If proven true, this could severely undermine Diddy's defense, showing a clear intent to cover up his actions. As the legal battle wages on, the public continues to watch, eager to see how this story unfolds. Many believe that the charges against Diddy could serve as a turning point in the ongoing conversation about accountability in the entertainment industry. In the wake of the Me Too movement, Celebrities once considered untouchable are now being held to account for their actions. The question now is, will Diddy be the next powerful figure to fall, or will his defense team succeed in clearing his name? No matter the outcome, the damage to Diddy's reputation has already been done. The media scrutiny, combined with the severity of the allegations, has caused irreversible harm to his public image. Even if Diddy avoids conviction, the cloud of suspicion will likely follow him for the rest of his life, making it difficult for him to regain the status he once enjoyed. But with more evidence coming to light and more people stepping forward, the case is far from over. The trial is expected to bring even more explosive revelations, and it remains to be seen whether Diddy's defense team can withstand the pressure of an ever-growing mountain of evidence. As the legal drama around Sean Diddy Combs intensifies, public interest has reached a fever pitch. Social media is flooded with theories, opinions, and reactions to the growing list of accusations against Diddy. News outlets, both mainstream and tabloids, are devoting round-the-clock coverage to the story, feeding a media frenzy that seems to grow more chaotic by the day. With every new revelation, the world watches as one of the most iconic figures in hip-hop faces what could be the biggest downfall in recent entertainment history. Public reaction to the scandal has been split, with many expressing shock and disbelief, while others argue that Diddy's questionable behavior was an open secret in the industry for years. Some fans are struggling to reconcile the charismatic music mogul they once admired with the serious and disturbing allegations now laid out before them. For others, this scandal is just another example of powerful men in entertainment using their influence to evade consequences until now. The conversation surrounding Diddy has taken on a life of its own, fueled by countless conspiracy theories and online debates. Some of these theories focus on the timing of the allegations, with certain voices suggesting that Diddy is being targeted for reasons beyond the scope of the charges. Others believe that his arrest is a necessary step in holding high-profile figures accountable for their actions, no matter how long they've managed to avoid it. One of the biggest factors contributing to the public's fascination with the case is the involvement of other celebrities. Diddy's past associations with stars like Justin Bieber, Jennifer Lopez, and even Prince Harry have led to rampant speculation about what these connections might mean. Though none of these celebrities have been implicated in any illegal activities, the mere fact that their names are being mentioned in the same breath as Diddy's legal troubles has raised questions about the nature of their relationships with him. Adding fuel to the fire is the emergence of old interviews and photos, now being re-examined through the lens of Diddy's legal woes. Footage of Diddy casually talking about inviting Prince Harry and Prince William to his parties, once viewed as harmless banter, is now being scrutinized for possible hidden meanings. Public opinion has been quick to shift, with many wondering if there's more to these celebrity interactions than meets the eye. The public response has also sparked discussions about power dynamics in the music industry, with many questioning how someone like Diddy could operate for so long without facing consequences. The allegations of coercion and manipulation at his infamous freak-off parties have led to larger conversations about how wealth and influence can be used to control vulnerable individuals. For some, the Diddy scandal is a symptom of a much larger issue within the entertainment industry and environment, where power often goes unchecked, and victims are left silenced for fear of retaliation. On social media, hashtags related to the scandal are trending as people weigh in with their thoughts, theories, and frustrations. From Twitter threads dissecting every new development to Instagram posts demanding justice for the victims, the online community has become a key player in how this story is being told. For many, this case is more than just a celebrity scandal, it's a reckoning. A moment when long-buried secrets are finally coming to light. But with the intense media coverage comes misinformation. Several false reports and doctored photos have circulated online, leading to confusion and even more conspiracy theories. One notable example was a fake image of Diddy and Vice President Kamala Harris, which was widely shared before being debunked. Such incidents highlight the chaotic nature of the media storm surrounding Diddy, where fact and fiction often blur together in the rush to break the next big story. As the public eagerly awaits the next development in the case, one thing is clear: this scandal will not be forgotten anytime soon. The media scrutiny, combined with the gravity of the charges, ensures that Diddy's story will continue to dominate headlines for months, if not years to come. Whether he is found guilty or manages to clear his name, the damage to his reputation has already been done, and the legacy he spent decades building may never fully recover. The real question now is not just about Diddy's fate, but about how this case will shape the future of the entertainment industry. Will it lead to greater accountability for those in positions of power? Or will it be just another scandal that fades with time? As the world watches, the answers remain uncertain, but the impact of this case will be felt far beyond the courtroom. As the legal proceedings against Sean Diddy Combs move forward, the entire entertainment industry is holding its breath. Diddy's case has already had ripple effects throughout the music world, with many insiders fearing what might come next. The gravity of the accusations against him has made it clear that this is not a scandal that will simply fade away. Instead, it's setting the stage for a legal battle that could not only define Diddy's future, but could also reshape the entire landscape of the industry. For Diddy, the stakes couldn't be higher. His entire empire, built over decades through his music, fashion, and business ventures, now hangs in the balance. If convicted, the repercussions will be far-reaching, not just in terms of jail time, but also in the collapse of his carefully crafted legacy. Already, major brands have begun to distance themselves from him, severing business ties to avoid being tainted by association with his legal troubles. The music mogul has always prided himself on being a survivor, a man who could rise above challenges and come out stronger. But this time, the odds are stacked against him in a way they never have been before. The mounting evidence, the number of alleged victims, and the public's changing attitudes toward accountability for powerful figures make it increasingly difficult for Diddy to emerge unscathed. Even if he manages to avoid conviction, his public image has already been severely tarnished. But Diddy's legal troubles also raise a much larger question: how will this case affect the entertainment industry as a whole? For years, the world of music, film, and television has been grappling with its dark underbelly cases of exploitation, abuse of power, and misconduct that have gone unchecked for far too long. The Me Too movement exposed the extent of these issues in Hollywood, leading to a cultural shift that demanded accountability from those at the top. Diddy's case feels like a continuation of that reckoning, one that shows the music industry is not immune to these same issues. Industry insiders are already speculating about the potential fallout. Many are wondering if other powerful figures, both in music and beyond, could find themselves in Diddy's position, facing the consequences of years of unchecked behavior. The fear is that Diddy's case may be just the tip of the iceberg, with more revelations about misconduct waiting to surface. In fact, whispers of other potential scandals have already begun to circulate. The entertainment world is rife with rumors about high-profile figures who might be implicated in similar controversies. Diddy's arrest has shaken up an industry that has long been criticized for its culture of silence, where protecting the powerful often took priority over holding them accountable. The case also shines a light on the role of enablers in these situations. Many are questioning how someone like Diddy, who is now accused of such serious crimes, could have operated for so long without facing consequences. Were there people in his circle who knew about his alleged behavior but chose to stay silent? And if so, what responsibility do they bear for allowing this to continue? As the legal battle continues, the public is watching closely, not just to see what happens to Diddy, but to understand what this means for the future of the entertainment industry. Will this case lead to real change? Will more victims feel empowered to come forward? Or will the industry close ranks once again, protecting its most powerful members at the expense of accountability? One thing is for certain: Diddy's case is a turning point. The outcome, whatever it may be, will have lasting implications for both him and the industry he helped shape. The music world is at a crossroads, and the decisions made in the wake of this scandal will determine whether it becomes a place where power is held in check or a place where those at the top continue to act without fear of repercussions. For now, Diddy remains in the fight of his life, battling to clear his name and salvage what's left of his reputation. But as more evidence comes to light, it's clear that this is one battle he may not be able to win. As the scandal surrounding Sean Diddy Combs continues to grow, attention has begun to shift to those who were closest to him. Over the years, Diddy has surrounded himself with a network of influential friends, collaborators, and business partners. These relationships, built over decades, have played a crucial role in cementing his status as one of the most powerful figures in the entertainment industry. But now, with Diddy's reputation in freefall, the silence from his inner circle is deafening. In the wake of the allegations, many of Diddy's high-profile friends have distanced themselves, either publicly or quietly. Collaborators who once worked with Diddy to create chart-topping hits, fashion empires, and business ventures are now choosing to remain silent, avoiding any mention of their connection to the embattled mogul. This response, or lack thereof, has raised questions about loyalty, complicity, and whether those closest to him were aware of his alleged actions all along. One of the most notable figures linked to Diddy over the years is Jay-Z. As fellow music moguls, Diddy and Jay-Z have been friends and business partners for decades. Their partnership represented a union of two of hip-hop's most powerful forces, And together, they've worked on everything from music to business deals. However, since the allegations against Diddy surfaced, Jay-Z has remained conspicuously silent. While this may simply be a case of staying out of the fray, it has led some to wonder whether Jay-Z is distancing himself from a scandal that could tarnish his own brand by association. Likewise, Diddy's past romantic relationships, especially his high-profile romance with Jennifer Lopez, have been thrust back into the spotlight. While Lopez has not commented on Diddy's current legal troubles, their relationship in the late 90s, particularly during the time of his previous legal issues, has once again become a topic of public interest. The nightclub shooting incident, which occurred while the two were dating, is now being re-examined as part of the broader conversation about Diddy's legal history. Other artists who owe part of their careers to Diddy, like members of his iconic Bad Boy Records label, have also remained tight-lipped. While Diddy played a pivotal role in shaping the careers of artists like the notorious B.I.G., Mase, and Faith Evans, few have publicly addressed the situation. Some might see this as a case of respecting privacy or waiting for more details to emerge, but it also raises the question: how much did they know? Were they aware of any misconduct, or were they as blindsided by the allegations as the public? The silence from Diddy's inner circle highlights the complexities of loyalty in the entertainment industry. For those who were once close to him, the decision to speak out or stay silent is not a simple one. On one hand, they may feel loyalty to someone who helped shape their careers. On the other hand, speaking out could mean distancing themselves from behavior they don't want to be associated with, especially in the face of serious allegations like those Diddy is facing now. Moreover, the case is also shining a light on the role of enablers in the entertainment industry. Diddy's rise to power didn't happen in a vacuum. He was supported by a network of industry insiders, business partners, and close friends who helped him build his empire. Now that he's facing these serious charges, some are asking whether those people turned a blind eye to his behavior, choosing to remain loyal to the man rather than addressing what was happening behind the scenes. As the case moves forward, the public will undoubtedly continue to scrutinize not just Diddy's actions but those of the people around him. How many of them knew what was going on, and how far does this scandal really reach? The entertainment industry is known for its culture of silence, where powerful figures are protected by those who benefit from their success. But in the current climate, with movements demanding accountability and transparency, that silence may no longer be acceptable. Diddy's fate remains uncertain, but the impact of this scandal on those closest to him is already being felt. As the legal process continues, more details may emerge about who knew what, and whether anyone within Diddy's circle will choose to break their silence. For now, the silence speaks volumes, and it's clear that this story is far from over. Sean Diddy Combs built an empire over the course of decades, becoming one of the most successful figures in the entertainment industry. His career has spanned music, fashion, business, and television, with countless accolades that cemented his place as a cultural icon. But now, with the weight of serious legal allegations hanging over him, Diddy's legacy is on the line. As the world watches this scandal unfold, the question remains: can his career and his influence survive this? To understand what's at stake for Diddy, we have to look at the sheer scope of his achievements. Diddy's journey from an ambitious record executive to a global mogul is nothing short of extraordinary. In the 1990s, he founded Bad Boy Records, a label that would go on to define hip-hop for a generation. Under his leadership, artists like the notorious B.I.G., Faith Evans, and Mase rose to prominence, creating timeless music that remains influential today. His production skills, business acumen, and ability to spot talent earned him widespread respect in the industry. But Diddy didn't stop at music. He expanded his brand into fashion with his Sean John clothing line, which became a major player in the world of high-end streetwear. He launched a series of successful business ventures, including partnerships with major alcohol brands like Ciroc Vodka and Delian Tequila, turning himself into a multi-millionaire many times over. He became a fixture in pop culture, with appearances on reality shows, award shows, and high-profile events that kept him in the public eye. Yet, despite all of his success, Diddy's career has always been tinged with controversy. Legal troubles, altercations, and public feuds have followed him throughout his rise to fame. From the infamous nightclub shooting in 1999 to lawsuits over business practices and altercations with other celebrities, Diddy has faced challenges before, but none quite like this. The allegations of sexual misconduct and trafficking have cast a dark shadow over everything he's built. No matter the outcome of the legal case, the public's perception of Diddy has been irrevocably altered. The media's scrutiny surrounding the charges, combined with the re-examination of his past behavior, has already done significant damage to his reputation. And while his legal team is working to fight the charges, clearing his name won't erase the public doubt that now surrounds him. For Diddy, the real battle isn't just in the courtroom, it's in the court of public opinion. Even if he manages to avoid conviction, the impact of these allegations on his brand is undeniable. Businesses and brands that once saw him as a symbol of success and influence may now view him as a liability. His endorsement deals and business partnerships are already crumbling, with some companies cutting ties to avoid being tainted by the scandal. The entertainment industry is also distancing itself. Diddy's once untouchable position as a key figure in hip-hop has been shaken, and it's unclear if he will ever regain the level of influence he once enjoyed. Artists and collaborators who once flocked to work with him may now hesitate, concerned about the implications of being associated with someone facing such serious accusations. But the impact goes even deeper than just his business ventures. Diddy's legacy is built on more than just his wealth and success, it's built on his role as a cultural figure. He's been a leader in the African American community, a symbol of Black excellence and entrepreneurship. He's spoken out on social issues, hosted political forums, and positioned himself as someone who not only shaped the music industry, but also influenced culture at large. Now, that legacy is in jeopardy. As the legal case unfolds, the public's view of Diddy is likely to continue evolving. For some, the allegations are enough to sever ties completely, while others may wait to see how the trial plays out before making judgments. But one thing is clear: the damage to his brand, his influence, and his legacy is profound. No matter the outcome, Diddy will never be seen in the same light again. Ultimately, this case isn't just about whether Diddy will go to prison. It's about whether he can hold on to any piece of the legacy he spent decades building. Will he be remembered as a trailblazer who transformed hip-hop, or as a fallen star whose actions destroyed everything he created? Only time will tell. As the legal proceedings continue, many are left wondering what the future holds for Sean Diddy Combs. His case is not just another celebrity scandal, it's a defining moment that could reshape how the entertainment industry handles accusations of misconduct and abuse of power. For Diddy, the road ahead looks uncertain, and the outcome of this case will not only determine his fate but also send shockwaves through the music world and beyond. One thing is clear: no matter the verdict, Diddy's life and career will never be the same. His brand has taken a massive hit, and even if he is acquitted of all charges, the stain on his reputation will be difficult, if not impossible, to remove. Public figures accused of serious crimes, especially those that involve abuse and exploitation, rarely emerge from such scandals unscathed. Even with a legal victory, Diddy may find it nearly impossible to regain the level of influence and respect he once commanded. But the ripple effect extends far beyond Diddy himself. This case is forcing the entertainment industry to confront uncomfortable truths about how it has historically dealt with powerful figures. For decades, accusations of misconduct have been swept under the rug, with celebrities often shielded by their status and wealth. However, as the Me Too movement demonstrated, the public is no longer willing to accept excuses or turn a blind eye when serious allegations come to light. Diddy's downfall is likely to spark even more conversations about accountability in the industry. His case could encourage more victims of abuse to come forward, feeling empowered by the fact that even someone as influential as Diddy is not immune to facing consequences. If more people step forward with allegations against other powerful figures, the entertainment industry could be looking at a new wave of reckonings. At the same time, industry insiders are likely reassessing their own business practices. Major corporations, brands, and talent agencies are becoming increasingly cautious about who they associate with, understanding that even a hint of controversy can lead to a public relations disaster. The days when a celebrity's bad behavior could be quietly hushed up seem to be coming to an end, and Diddy's case may serve as a warning to others in positions of power. As for Diddy's future, much will depend on how the trial unfolds. If found guilty, he faces not only a long prison sentence but the complete collapse of his career. Even if he avoids prison time, the damage to his image could be too great to recover from. Business partnerships and endorsements have already dissolved, and his once prominent place in the entertainment industry has been significantly diminished. However, some believe that Diddy could attempt a comeback in the years to come. The entertainment industry has a long history of offering second chances to public figures who have fallen from grace. With the right strategy, a period of rehabilitation, and time for the public to move on to the next scandal, it's possible that Diddy could slowly work his way back into the spotlight. But this will be an uphill battle, and it's unclear if the public or the industry would be willing to welcome him back. On a broader level, Diddy's case also raises questions about how society treats its fallen icons. The media plays a significant role in shaping public opinion, and once a celebrity is caught in a scandal of this magnitude, their narrative is often taken out of their hands. The court of public opinion can be just as unforgiving as the legal system, and in Diddy's case, the damage to his reputation may be irreversible. For now, all eyes are on the courtroom. The legal battle is far from over, and new developments could emerge that shift the tide in Diddy's favor or further solidify the case against him. What's certain is that the outcome of this trial will have far-reaching implications, not just for Diddy, but for the entire entertainment industry. As the world waits for the final verdict, one thing is clear: this case will be remembered as a pivotal moment in the ongoing conversation about power, accountability, and justice in the world of fame and fortune. Whether Diddy emerges from this as a free man or a convicted felon, the legacy of this case will likely be felt for years to come. As the dust continues to settle on the growing scandal surrounding Sean Diddy Combs, the entertainment industry is left with important questions about how to prevent such incidents in the future. The Diddy case, like others before it, shines a harsh light on the culture of power and privilege that has allowed certain figures to act without consequence for far too long. Now, the industry is being forced to reckon with the systems that have protected the powerful and silenced the vulnerable. One of the most significant lessons from the Diddy scandal is the need for greater accountability at every level. The entertainment industry, especially in music, has long been notorious for shielding its biggest stars, turning a blind eye to questionable behavior in exchange for profits. This lack of oversight has created an environment where abuse and exploitation can flourish unchecked, as those in power are rarely held responsible for their actions. The Me Too movement began this important conversation, and Diddy's case is a continuation of the call for change. It's no longer enough for the industry to quietly distance itself from problematic figures when allegations arise. Companies, brands, and executives must take proactive steps to ensure that misconduct is not tolerated, no matter how influential or profitable the person involved might be. One approach that is being discussed is the implementation of stricter vetting processes for partnerships and collaborations. Brands and businesses are now more cautious than ever about whom they associate with, as the fallout from aligning with a controversial figure can be devastating. Going forward, companies may conduct more thorough background checks and require higher ethical standards from those they work with, ensuring that no individual is above the law simply because of their celebrity status. Additionally, there's a growing demand for more comprehensive support systems for victims of abuse within the industry. Many of the victims who have come forward in recent years have spoken about how difficult it was to report their experiences, often facing backlash or being blacklisted for daring to challenge powerful figures. In order to create a safer environment, the industry must establish better protections for those who speak out, ensuring that victims are heard and that their allegations are taken seriously from the start. The Diddy case has also prompted discussions about the role of enablers, those who, knowingly or unknowingly, allow misconduct to continue by protecting or turning a blind eye to it. In many cases, the power of someone like Diddy isn't just in their personal influence, but in the network of people around them who help maintain their image and protect their secrets. Whether it's business associates, lawyers, or other industry figures, these enablers play a crucial role in perpetuating a culture where the powerful can act without fear of repercussions. For real change to take place, the entertainment industry must confront this problem head-on, holding not only the perpetrators of abuse accountable but also those who help cover it up. By shining a light on the roles of enablers, the industry can begin to dismantle the systems that have allowed abuse to continue unchecked for so long. There's also the question of whether the industry can ever truly rebuild trust with the public after so many high-profile scandals. Diddy's case is just one in a long line of controversies that have rocked the entertainment world, and each new revelation further erodes the public's faith in the integrity of the industry. To regain that trust, the industry must take meaningful action, not just in response to individual cases, but in creating lasting structural change that prevents such abuses from happening in the future. It's clear that Diddy's scandal is a watershed moment, not just for him, but for the entire entertainment ecosystem. The industry is at a crossroads, faced with the choice to either continue business as usual or embrace the necessary reforms that could lead to a more transparent and accountable future. Whether or not these changes will be implemented remains to be seen. However, one thing is certain: the public, and those within the industry who have long called for reform, will be watching closely. The Diddy case is more than just a legal battle. It's a test of the industry's willingness to evolve and protect those who have been historically marginalized and silenced. In the end, the true impact of the Diddy scandal will not be measured by how his case is resolved, but by whether it leads to real change. The entertainment industry has a long way to go in addressing the deep-seated issues of power, privilege, and exploitation. But this moment, as difficult and painful as it is, could be the catalyst for a more just and equitable future. As we bring this story to a close, the case of Sean Diddy Combs remains far from over, but its impact has already reverberated throughout the entertainment industry and beyond. The allegations against Diddy have sparked a conversation that extends beyond one man's actions, touching on broader themes of accountability, power dynamics, and the responsibility of those in positions of influence. Diddy's downfall is a stark reminder that no one, no matter how powerful or successful, is immune to the consequences of their actions. The unfolding legal battle serves as a crucial moment of reflection not just for the entertainment industry, but for society as a whole. This case has forced many to confront uncomfortable truths about how fame, money, and influence can be used to silence victims and evade justice. For the entertainment industry, this scandal represents both a challenge and an opportunity. It's a chance to reckon with its own failures and to take meaningful steps toward creating a culture where abuse and exploitation are not tolerated. The industry can no longer afford to sweep these issues under the rug. The public, too, is demanding change, and there is hope that the Diddy scandal will be a turning point, encouraging more victims to come forward and more enablers to be held accountable. As for Diddy himself, his future hangs in the balance. The court case will ultimately decide his fate, but regardless of the outcome, his legacy has already been tainted. His decades of influence in music, fashion, and business will always be overshadowed by the accusations now attached to his name. While he may have been a pioneer in many respects, his fall from grace serves as a cautionary tale for others in positions of power. In the end, this story is about more than just one man. It's about a shift in how we view power, privilege, and justice in the modern world. Diddy's case is a part of a larger movement, one that demands accountability for those who abuse their influence and calls for a more equitable and transparent system. Whether or not the entertainment industry rises to meet this challenge remains to be seen. But one thing is certain: the days of unchecked power and silent suffering are numbered. As we continue to watch this case unfold, let us hope that it leads to real change, both for the victims seeking justice and for an industry that must evolve if it is to survive. This may be the end of our story today, but the conversation is far from over. Stay tuned, as this is only the beginning of a new era in the world of entertainment and accountability. Thank you for joining us on this journey. If you found this story compelling, be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Together, we can continue to push for truth and justice.